Alright, welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Critic from Brooklyn. I'm here with the Batman Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures, issue number 2. I don't know if you remember, but if you've been paying attention to comics in the past year, they did a Batman TMNT a little while back by James Tynion IV, and I don't recall Freddie E. Williams III, and it was really interesting, and it was mostly DC sanctioned. This one's more IDW sanctioned, and they combined the 2 TV shows instead of the 2 comic books. So this is a combination of Batman in the animated series from the 90s and the current TMNT smashed together into a comic book for us. So it's pretty sweet. I'm a big fan of the 90s Batman animated series, so this is really nice for me. Anyway, let me give you the summary. So the Joker escapes from Arkham with Harley Quinn using these portals that have been popping up in Gotham. He meets up with Shredder to discuss some business, and then Shredder kicks him out because Shredder doesn't really want to deal with the Joker. You gotta think about it like that. You know, does he have patience to be dealing with some crazy psychotic guy aside from himself? Turns out the Joker has placed booby traps all along the ceiling of the place that they met at, and the booby traps are these rubber chickens that are filled with explosives, which is pretty sweet. So Shredder and his goons kind of back off a little bit. Cut to Bats, who meets with Robin and Batgirl. He informs them of these portals and how inmates have been using them to escape Arkham. The 3 of them trapped down a portal themselves. They go, so we're in Gotham, Batgirl and Dick Grayson, also known as Robin at the time, Batman, they all get together, they track down this portal, they go to the park. Cut to the Turtles, who have tracked down the same portal, but on the opposite side. Batman and friends climb through the portal, meet the Turtles, and neither of them knows what to make of each other. You know, I mean, they're 2... I'm gonna beat you up and then find answers kind of people. So you got the Turtles beating up Batman, you got Batman and friends beating up the Turtles, and it's an awkward situation as a whole because nobody really knows what's going on, especially with these crazy portals popping up. A brief comical fight ensues. Somehow April O'Neil's keeping up with Batgirl in the comic. I don't know if that holds up. Their fight gets interrupted by a scream. The scream comes from a girl who's running out from the woods, followed by poison ivy and a mutant plant. Some giant mutant plant from the Turtleverse. So, it's solid. It's a solid book so far. The writer I'm not familiar with, his name is Manning. The last name of the artist is Somariva. I'm not familiar with either of these writers or the artist there, and they're doing a fantastic job. And this is like combining the Nickelodeon show that I'm not really into, so that's saying something. They're really capturing the essence of all of the Batman animated series stuff. The Joker was excellent, Harley Quinn was excellent, Batman was excellent, and the art on the book itself actually looks more like the animated series than it does the Turtles cartoon that's out right now. So it's really, really cool. The storyline I actually prefer more than the other Batman TMNT book they did earlier, which was interesting. It was just a little off the walls. This one's got like solid characters, a solid idea going, and you got the Bat meeting up with the Turtles, and there's some characters that I'm waiting for them to introduce, but they brought on Two-Face, they brought on the Joker, they brought on Poison Ivy, they brought on Harley Quinn already, and this is only in book 2, so they're doing things right. Excuse me. Overall, the book's great. You should read it. I think for a score, I think I have to give it a 8 out of 10 because it's funny, it's great for kids. There's no killing or murdering or blood so far. The writer knows what he's doing. Both the shows are captured. All of the characters are captured. The art's on point. The variant covers are really cool. It's $3.99 for a book, but that's really not so bad for something that you love so much. Batman and the Turtles combined in one comic. So a solid 8 out of 10. If you like what I'm talking about here, do me a favor and comment. I'd love to hear your opinions and talk more about what we're talking about this week or on any of the other videos. If you want to see more of my videos, subscribe and make sure you like this video as well. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching.